What's going on YouTube? It's Mike here and I'm back again with another video. I hope you guys enjoyed my first video talking about why Alex Smith getting traded to the Redskins benefits the Chiefs. Now I'm going to talk about why Alex Smith getting traded to the Redskins benefits the Washington Redskins. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first video. Be sure to go see it if you haven't, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. So here we go. I think that Alex Smith getting traded to the Redskins benefits the Redskins for a number of reasons. Reason number one, they finally have some continuity and some stabilization at the quarterback position. They just signed Alex Smith to a 4-year extension worth $94 million and $71 million in guaranteed money. So now you're fully committed to a quarterback. Also, I think that Alex Smith and Kirk Cousins have a lot of similarities in their game. Maybe they're too conservative, but Alex Smith proved to be the best deep ball thrower in the NFL last year. And I really like what he could bring to the table. He hasn't thrown for double-digit interceptions in 7 seasons. So I think this is a good move. I think Alex Smith is essentially an older, cheaper version of Kirk Cousins. So you got Alex Smith. He'll be making $23.5 million annually, and you're also saving money. They're saving money because Kirk Cousins just played under the franchise tag again, and if he were franchised for a third time, that franchise tag would have started at about $34 million. So if they were to somehow, some way work out a long-term deal with Kirk Cousins, he would probably want, $28 to $30 million annually. And I just wasn't willing for the Redskins to pay them that. I don't think he deserved that. I don't think if you can't win a playoff game, or even, I'm going to take it a step back. If you can't beat the teams in your division, such as the Dallas Cowboys, who he has a 1-5 record against, he just went 1-5 in the division this season, only beating the Giants. And we all know how bad the Giants were this year. So why are you worthy of making $30 million a year? Granted, I think he played the leverage game with the Redskins, and they completely mishandled the whole thing, screwed it up offseason after offseason. They probably could have had Kirk Cousins at a bargain deal right now, but hey man, I think the Redskins got themselves out of a really horrible situation because they were getting ready to lose Kirk Cousins either for nothing and not have an alternative besides maybe to draft someone. I don't know, but they were aggressive, they were proactive, they got Alex Smith. And, I didn't really like the fact that Kendall Fuller had to go, but he's a slot corner. I know he could play inside and outside, but he's replaceable. I think you could find another guy like him. They drafted Fabian Moreau last year, a 3rd-round pick, who had a 1st-round grade on him, but he tore his pectoral, so I don't know. But this also benefits the Redskins in other ways. Now that they have a quarterback signed for, multiple seasons, they now have some cap space to play with. They have about $30 million in cap space to go after some free agents, I know there's some guys on the market, but there could be, some guys getting franchise tags. So I'm going to just talk about some of the guys they could go after. And also I'm going to talk about, the area of needs. So I think the Redskins could use some more depth on the offensive line. Last year, they suffered so many injuries on the offensive line. Trent Williams, their center Spencer Long. They had so many injuries. Sean Laval. They had so many injuries going down on the offensive line. They could use some depth. Maybe use another starter on the offensive line at the guard spot. Left guard perhaps. They could use some help on the offensive line. Cornerback was an area of depth that they had, but now Bashad Breeland is pending in free agency. He's going to test the market. They just traded away Kendall Fuller, so maybe they could add some depth back there. They could also add some depth at the safety position. I think DJ Swearinger is a guy that's a proven starter, but you need somebody opposite of him, so they could get someone in free agency or the draft to get him. And also middle linebacker. We all know how terrible the Redskins' run defense was. In fact, once Mason Foster and Zach Brown went out, the Redskins team as a whole were just dropping like flies. But they now have the resources to be able to sign some middle linebackers, sign some guys on the defensive front. In fact, Jonathan Allen and Matthew Ioannidis were playing really well. And the Redskins' defense was playing really well when Ioannidis and Allen were both playing. So, they're going to need, a little bit of luck when it comes to injuries. Injuries happen. They happen to every team every year. Just look at, the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're still going to the Super Bowl. They lost a number of guys. Darren Sproles, Jason Peters, Carson Wentz. They lost a number of guys. But with the Redskins signing Alex Smith, they could, get some of these guys out of free agency. So I'm going to read a few names. They could also use some help at wide receiver. They do have Josh Doxson. Terrell Pryor didn't seem to pan out. Jordan Reed hardly played last year. So I don't know, man. I don't know. So I'm just going to read some of these names real quick. So just going to keep things, a little realistic. Honestly, I'm not going to say the Redskins are going to go after, all these free agents, because that's not going to happen, obviously. But I think Sheldon Richardson, defensive lineman who was traded from the Jets to the Seattle Seahawks, if he doesn't re-sign with Seattle, I think the Redskins could use him, have some depth. He was a really good D lineman when he was on the Jets. He did all right on the Seahawks, but I think, it'll be worth the Redskins pursuing. Also, a receiver like Jarvis Landry, who Alex Smith hooked up with in the Pro Bowl. I don't know how many of you guys watched that, but they did hook up for a deep pass in the Pro Bowl. I think Jarvis Landry is a young guy. He'll be 25 entering the 2018 season. And, he's caught over 400 passes in his first 4 seasons. It's the most catches for any receiver over his first 4 years in the league. And Jarvis Landry is a guy who can play the slot and he can play on the outside. I think that would be, pretty cool for the healthy Jordan Reed, Jamison Crowder, Josh Doxson, who will essentially be playing his second season in the league. That wouldn't be too bad. For another D-tackle, Star Latu-Lelele from the Panthers, a big guy up the middle. I think they could get him. The Panthers are probably going to let him walk because they just paid K'Wan Short last offseason, and he's going to be making $16 million annually. They could get him. A guy like Allen Robinson, who tore his ACL at the beginning of this past season, he's going to be an interesting free agent out there. He's only going to be 25 while he's entering the 2018 season. He's a guy worth going after. Sammy Watkins, maybe, who, he's good when healthy, but he hasn't stayed healthy. That's the thing. So I think he's a guy, maybe Dontari Poe. I don't know what the Falcons do for him. DeMarcus Lawrence from the Cowboys. Maybe they get another pass rusher. They desperately need someone opposite of Ryan Kerrigan. There's talk that the Cowboys may franchise tag him, but who knows? But I think they definitely did a great thing getting Alex Smith, because now you have some stabilization at the quarterback position. You don't have to gut your team because you're paying a quarterback so much money. They're paying him what the market would have indicated if they were to get him. Just watch what Kirk Cousins does on the market. He's going to set the market. I think if Case Keenum hits the market, he will get paid too if he doesn't get franchise tag. Just watch. Every year, whoever comes out in free agency, the market resets, and that's going to happen. It's just going to happen. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll be back with another video talking about why the Redskins getting Alex Smith benefits Kirk Cousins. And it benefits him in a lot of ways. He has many options now, and he's in the prime of his career. So I will talk about that in the next video. So I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.